Alright guys, Dokkan has dropped an EZA bargain sale on us. We have both AGL and TEQ Janemba EZAing along with the Strength Pikkon and also the old Fizz Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments of these EZAs and let's hop into it. So starting with Pikkon, he will start the turn with 200% attack and defense, 50% chance to dodge, superclass allies key +2 and attack and defense +30%. That support is always nice. And of course, the Usher he has in his active skill, let's not forget he has that. For 7 turns from his entry, extra 200% defense and also guaranteed guard. Now with content being a bit longer, having 7-turn guaranteed guard that isn't of course permanent is actually pretty solid, especially when Pikkon also has dodge. So while it isn't permanent, that would have been nice, don't get me wrong. 7-turn of guard is still pretty good. That's still the majority of a fight. 3 or more type key spheres obtained, Otherworld warriors or connected hope category allies, attack and defense +30%. On top of this is key +2 and attack and defense +60%. So best believe 10th anniversary Gogeta winning. Launches an additional attack, there's a 70% chance of becoming a super attack as well. And then 1 or more rainbow keys for obtained, key +4, chance to dodge enemies attack by 20%. Steals the attacked enemy super attack for 2 turns, which this you'll only be able to do in certain events. And then when attacking with 12 or more key, Dokkan loves doing this. But it seems so basic to me, because I'm like, naturally when you get 12 or more key, you're going to super attack. But he does get an extra 200% attack and defense. So a lot in terms of stats, or quite a lot. Good support. Has in total, as long as you get 1 rainbow orb, which he's not his own rainbow orb changer, which would have been nice. Pikkon already has a 70% chance to dodge with 7-turn worth of guard. He's pretty solid. For a slot 3 unit, he's actually very, very good. Very, very good. And it does seem that a lot of these EZAs are coming from tournament participants, so they are buffing the shit out of Cell's new category. So on super attack, you'll also greatly raise attack and defense by 50% for 1 turn, cause immense damage to the enemy and greatly lower their attack. And then next, as long as you have a Gogeta next to him, which of course is very much able to do, or not a Gogeta, sorry, a Goku Angel or Vegeta Angel, which of course you can do with the Gogeta unit. That was what I was supposed to say. You'll then of course get the special super attack where Gogeta comes in, and the super attack effect is literally the exact same. Greatly raise attack and defense by 50% for 1 turn. And then cause immense damage to the enemy, and attacks become effective against all types is the only difference, which is handy. Next we have TEQ Transform in Janemba, which I'm very much looking forward to this one, because I've said for literal years, with an EZA, this Janemba should be very good. It's mainly his transform state they need to beef out a bit. So he started with 180 attack and defense, guaranteed guard, 50% damage reduction. Already, that is very good. Extreme class allies key +2 and attack and defense +30%. And then with 3 or more type key spheres obtained, corroded body and mind or uncontrollable power allies, attack and defense +30%. Broly, continue to get buffed. Launch an additional attack, there's a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. And then with 1 or more rainbow keys for obtained, 150 defense, 30% damage reduction. And then for every attack received, attack +20% up to 100%. Damage reduction rate -5%, no more than 50. So that means that 50% damage reduction that Janemba starts with, he will lose every time he is hit. Damn. They knew, I think Dokkan knew, if that was just flat out 50% damage reduction that he kept, along with only needing 1 rainbow orb to get 30% damage reduction and guard, that's 80% damage reduction and guard. I think Dokkan knew people would leave this unit untransformed because of how defensively strong he is. So I'm very much hoping when you transform into Super Janemba, he is beefed. Oh, he stacks attack. So that's either going to be 20 or 30% and then raises defense by 30% for 1 turn. So that additional is actually really handy. I need this form to be sick, because that's what people did years prior. Just left him untransformed. So, Super Janemba starts with 200% attack and defense, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to any 1 type of key sphere. So he changes key spheres AGL to Rainbow, guards all attacks, and has a 50% chance to dodge. With 3 or more type keys key spheres obtained, Janemba will gain 100% attack and defense and a guaranteed additional. With 1 or more rainbow key sphere obtained, chance to dodge by 30%, which means he'll have 80% chance to dodge. That's almost guaranteed dodge while having guard. Before receiving an attack within the turn, 30% damage reduction. Oh, are you talking slot 1 with a ton of dodge? Kind of like Super Easy 8 Int Janemba. After evading an attack, performs a crit temporarily upon the character's next attack. So that means if he dodges, which you have 80% chance to do so, it's more so when won't he, you have guaranteed crit on your next attack. That I like a lot. And then when attacking with 12 or more key, 250% attack and defense. They've niced Janemba. This is what they needed to do. Because base, I said this for years, when he gets an easy A, he's going to be very good, which he is. And they've actually kind of forced you to transform because he loses damage reduction. It's mainly the transformation that needed some help. And they've given that. Rainbow Orb Changer, or just Orb Changer in general, which helps him with his orb parts of his passive. Guard, 50% chance to dodge. You can get an extra 30, that's 80, 30% damage reduction. That's guard, 80% damage reduction and 30% chance. 80% damage reduction in total. No, it's not. 80% dodge chance in total. We got there in the end. Guaranteed guard, 30% damage reduction. They've niced him. They've done good work with Janemba. And then on super attack, will greatly raise attack by 50% and raise defense by 30% for 1 turn. And then moving on, we have the strength Pikkon. These guys have been in the game for years, and they're finally getting an easy A. So he starts the turn with 150 attack and defense, all enemies minus 50% defense. Launch an additional attack that's a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. For 4 turns from the character's entry, he will have a 50% chance to dodge. For every super attack performed, key +1, attack and defense plus 20%. Chance to crit and chance to dodge by 10% up to 50%. So that means you'll have a total of... No way. So if he performs enough super attacks, which I doubt you can be able to do within a turn, you could actually, if he had enough super attacks, he would actually have guaranteed dodge within those 4 turns. Hey, I mean, he's got a built-in additional here. I'm seeing a built-in additional down here. That's already 2. Hidden potential system. He'll have almost guaranteed dodge. Fair play. When the target enemy is in following status, which is attack down or defense down, he will gain 100% extra attack. Before receiving an attack within a turn, 50% damage reduction. Then when all allies attacking in the same turn or other world warriors or tournament participant category characters, 100% attack and defense, 20% chance to crit, 20% damage reduction. Additional attack, there's a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. I'm not gonna lie, this Pikkon looks good. You can get Pikkon up to about, as long as it's in with these 4 turns, you can get him up to like, what, 90% chance to dodge if you get lucky with additionals. Not only that, has 50% damage reduction before he's hit, and as long as everyone in the same turn is tournament participants, so if you have the new cell, run them. It's not like they'll have good synergy, but run them. It seems to work. Pikkon, before getting hit with his 50% damage reduction, you can have 70% damage reduction sitting in slot 1. Along with, you know, 50% chance to dodge from each super attack performed, but then for 4 turns, you have almost guaranteed. So, I can't lie, this easy A is looking good. On super attack, raise attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn, cause supreme damage to the enemy and greatly lowers attack. I like him, he looks good. Then we have Super Saiyan Goku Kaioken, which I hope at some point we get a new version of this guy. This is literally like the only one we have in the entire game. Same with SSJK from the little, you know, Universe 7 versus Universe 6 tournament. We need new Kaioken units, Dokkan. Please, bless us. So, he starts with key +4, attack and defense plus 200%, 50% chance to dodge. Randomly changes int key spheres to key spheres of another type. He's able to survive KO attacks up to once within a turn. When HP is 80% or more, 100% defense. When HP is 80% or less, changes key spheres to Fizz to strength. When attacking with 12 or more key, 100% attack and defense, an additional 50% attack and defense when HP is 80% or less. With a strength or Fizz type key sphere, Goku has a guaranteed 2 additional supers. Then for every strength or Fizz key sphere obtained, 40% attack, 10% chance to crit. With an AGL Tech or Int key sphere obtained, guaranteed guard, And then for AGL TEQ or Int Key Spheres, 20% attack and defense, chance to dodge attack by 5%. I can't lie, he looks solid, but he's definitely the worst out of the entire batch. But he looks solid. He looks quite fun to use if you can get all the right orbs and get everything kind of go your way. And he does massively raise attack by 100% and cause immense damage to the enemy while sacrificing 5% HP. All in all, I really do like these EZAs. This Pikkon looks very, very good. I know there isn't any synergy there, but put him on Dokkan Fest Strength Cells team. It'll help out a bunch, especially with the Usher. Janemba looks very good. Very, very good. I like how they blessed the Super Janemba part of his kit finally. This guy looks really good as well. Wasn't expecting how good he was. And then Kaioken Goku, he looks okay. I said he's definitely the worst out the bunch, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.